As a business owner, you've got lots of problems that you've got to be working on all the time. The trick is, how do you figure out which problems to work on today and how much effort to spend on that particular problem? I'm going to tell you exactly how to do it and exactly the formula that you want to use in order to make sure that your business gets the most out of you so you get the most out of your business. There's a really great quote by Jim Rohn, a business philosopher. If you haven't read any of his books, I suggest you do because he's also really good at sales. And he says, don't spend major time on minor things. And the same thing could go for reverse. Don't spend minor time on major things. And what he means by that is a lot of times business owners get caught in a rut and they keep working on the same things as they've been working on, but those aren't the most impactful things. So what I want you to do, and this is a great exercise for anyone to do, is to say, what's the biggest problem in my business right now? And you may not have a big problem. You may have a big opportunity. So it could be either one of those two. Usually you have a problem. What's the biggest problem or opportunity in my business that if it were fixed, if it were performing at a 9 or a 10, that it would have the biggest financial positive impact on my business? Okay, now that you've got that down, I want you to quantify it. So let's say for you, it's sales as an example. And you say, man, right now we're converting our digital leads at 8%. I really want to get it to 25%. Okay, great. So what does that difference of 17% mean to your business? So you take the amount of leads that you're getting, you take that 17%, how many new members is that? You multiply it by how much they pay you per month and how many months they typically pay you for and how many referrals you typically get per member and what they pay. When you do that, and I know because we just run this exercise with our clients, we've got people that mathematically, when they did the exercise, they were ranging from $150,000 to $600,000 a year in impact. That's a big impact. It's a major thing. So it shouldn't take minor time. But unfortunately, when I was asking, what are you doing to work on this? I was hearing things like, well, this week I did this. And it was like a 20 or 30 minute thing that they did. So they're not spending the time on sales training. They're not spending the time on optimizing their scripts. They're not spending the time on observing the calls or the presentations that their people are doing. They're not asking for referrals. They're not doing things. They're not networking with people that are closing at a higher rate in order to find out, what are you doing? How are you doing it? Can we go through it? Can you role play with me? Show me how you do it. I want to do it too. Because they're not doing that, they're spending minor time on a major thing, but they're doing something with their time. And usually what you find them doing is spending major time on minor things. They're communicating with, different members on different things that we're doing. They're looking at how do we host an event or how do we get on TV for our company or whatever it is. And not that those things aren't good or valuable to do, but is that the biggest thing? Does that have a $600,000 financial impact on your business? If the answer is no, then we shouldn't be spending that much time on it if we're not spending major time on a major problem. Big problems need big effort. Small problems need small effort. So what I want you to do for today, I want you to take a look at your business, sit down, maybe even talk with a couple key players on your team and say, guys, what's the biggest problem that we've got in our business right now that if we were to fix it, it'd have the biggest financial impact? You and your team sit down and quantify. What would that mean? And just when you think you've quantified it, say, is there any way else this could actually bring us more money? Would we get more referrals from this? Yes. What would they pay? Okay, great. Would we have more members quicker? Yes. Would that mean a higher demand, meaning we could increase pricing? Yes. Well, what would that mean? So now that you can start really getting a full scope of the picture, the reason that's important is because that gives you an idea as to, shit, this is big. How much time do I want to spend on this now? And now you go through and play competitively. I'm a very competitive person. Are you? If you are, then here's what I like to do. Personally, I don't like the idea of anyone doing my job better than me, especially my own company. So even just the idea of somebody stepping in my shoes and doing it better bothers me. So the question I ask myself is, if somebody were to take my position for 3 months and I couldn't work here, I had to go somewhere else. For 3 months, they just worked on our business and I came back and that problem was solved and the business was doing significantly better than when I left it. What would they have done? What would they have probably have done in order to go ahead and check these boxes off and see that much growth and solve that problem so much faster? Once you have that, start creating a plan to executing that on your own. I know this sounds like simple advice and it's not as strategic as here's a phone script and here's the other stuff that I've given you on this show, but I actually am willing to bet that this is going to have the biggest financial impact on your company if you start thinking this way about the problems and the opportunities within your business. Thanks so much for tuning in. See you next week. And if you like this stuff and you want more videos like this that can help you grow your business faster and a lot easier, go ahead and check out the videos on the right.